Hello everyone, I'm Neyah and welcome back to my channel. As you requested on my private Instagram, Neyah Visions, this is a video where we're going to talk about angels. And actually, I'm going to be channeling my own angel guides. And after that, where he's going to explain us what angels really are, we're going to discuss about it more in depth. So if you're ready, just keep on watching. First of all, I just wanted to say that I have been in contact with my angels, or better, my angel guide, since I was a child. I had this ability since the day I remember, really. And for what I gathered and what I could see with my clairvoyant ability, even if I don't really like to call it that way, angels are sparkles of light. If you could see energy, there will be sparkles of light, and they're very different. They're not that different, but they're different from spirit guides, and we're going to talk about it at the end of this video. But you know, I am a girl just like you guys. If you're a boy, obviously you're a boy. And I always channeled my angel, but I never really looked into YouTube that much or what other people were saying about angels. And when I was doing this research for this video, I was like, wow, so many people are actually talking about angel. I wanted you guys to have a direct message of what angel are perceived through a channeling. And then we can discuss about it. So you're going to have a content that it's going to be a little bit different from all the other sources that are talking about angels. And by the way, the majority of the sources online, I think they're very spot on and very accurate. It's just that I didn't want to give you guys the same contribution. I wanted you guys to give you a different experience. So I hope you're going to enjoy it and see you later. So we're going to discuss who are angels, how to channel them, the difference between angels and spirit guides, and how to know the name of your angels. Everything that will be covered in this video. So I'm really excited. But let's hear first the message from Ray, the name of my angel guide. For every soul, there is a loving hand, a teacher beyond everything that supports and sustains this human experience. The very fact that you come here without remembering is a reason to have support and a loving guidance. To remember you that this is temporary and there is great love available to you at any time. We have been called in many names: the messengers, the ones that are close to God, the healers. But what we are is who you are in essence. We are light, and so are you. We understand when you are because we have a broader perspective, and many of us have experienced what you are experiencing now. We invite all of you to connect not with us, but to all that is you, because it's through you that you will feel the essence of what we are and the stream of energy that nurtures you at the core. We are here and within. We have great love for you now. We will not do things for you. We will not unfold answers for wisdom that you are not ready to receive, since there is eternity to learn and deep wisdom to awaken in you at any time. We are only supporters of the great journey, and together we go back to our great oneness. There is deep love available here within you now. So guys, I hope you understood and appreciated the message that I channeled through my angel guide, Ray. And now let's talk more deeply about angels and who are angels. I gathered a lot of information during my years because of the capacities of seeing this sparkle of lights and talking to them. And you know, when I was a child, I thought everybody could do it. I thought everybody had a guardian angel, which in fact you have. But when I was like around 8 years old, or even prior to that, when I was in kindergarten, I was going to the little kids and say, hey, what's your name of your angel? What's your name of your angel? Like, I was so open about it. And the kids were looking at me really weirdly. They didn't know what I was talking about. And that's where I understood that probably not everybody was capable to remember angels or to listen to them. So Obviously that created a little bit of wounds, but I really appreciate the fact that I was able to listen to them since a young age, and they always protected me and guided me through. And I think there is a reason for everything, and I know for a fact that your angels are right there for you, supporting your life purpose. It's just the way it is, and I'm totally confident about it. And like in the message that Ray is given to me and to you guys, is saying that they are the supporters in order for you to remember who you are, because they are very aware of the amnesia process that is going on in the human experience. So in the Bible, angels have been taught since centuries. I mean, if you're Christian, probably you're very familiar with the Bible, and you're very familiar with all the episodes where angels are portrayed. Various type of angels. We see dark angels as well, where we're going to talk a little bit about it at the end of this video. And we see also the angels has healers and messengers, the messengers of God. In fact, in Matthew 28:3, we have this statement. His appearance, talking about an angel, was like lightning, and his clothes were white as snow. So in fact, and I read this after I channeled the message from Ray, but it doesn't really matter. This is a portrait of an angel that is just pure light. In fact, Ray itself was saying, we are light, exactly like you. But what is the difference between a soul, a spirit guide, and then an angel? Because there is a difference, but not in a hierarchy in the spirit world, because angels are very aware of our oneness, the oneness with our Creator, with Source energy, and with all that is. It's simply a matter of progression in the spiritual growth of a light being, and of awareness and vibration at the end of the day. So we see a soul as a sparkle of light itself having a human experience. And then we have spirit guides. Spirit guides are the light being that are passed away, that prior to that probably they were human, a lot of them, and they decided to help you guys on this human experience on a daily basis. This at least is the spiritual perspective on what are spirit guides. Angels instead are light beings that have been incarnated. Sometimes they have, sometimes they actually never incarnated on a human form, and they are on a higher vibration and spiritual progress. They are literally pure light beings, closer to the vibration of our Creator. That's a list, the spiritual perspective. But at the same time, as Ray was saying in this message, and I totally agree with this perspective, they are light, exactly like you, and that's why they understand the human experience. According to the spiritual perspective, angels have many roles. That's why, and I'm not getting into that too specifically, we are talking, you hear people talking about archangels, cherubims, and many facets and degrees of angels. I'm going to just mention that angels are sometimes watchers of the earth. Then there are guardian angels, like for me is Ray, that it's leading me to my life purpose and basically leads me on a higher vibration in my list, in my perspective. And then there are angels that are dedicated to other purposes in the spiritual dimension. When we're talking about angel guides, everybody has access to know the names, and also the names of spirit guides, but you have access to communicate with your angel guides. And what is the difference of spirit guides and angel guides, at least on a spiritual perspective? Spirit guides are there to guide you, to give you healing on a daily basis, like I was saying before. And they could also be past relatives that are helping you on the other side. Basically, they are part of your soul family. Angels, being on a higher vibration, are our teachers, the teacher of our soul clusters, of our soul family. And what they do is they make sure you remain on path regarding your life purpose. Let's do my example. I could see angels since I was a kid, okay? And I remember this particular episode while I was channeling, but I mean, I was such a kid, I didn't even know the meaning of channeling. I was just talking, with my angels. And I remember that I said something like, I don't want to grow up. And my angel, Ray, said, why you don't want to grow up? Is there a reason to that? And I said, yes, because I don't want to forget. And my angel said, well, I promise you, you will never grow up and you will never forget. And in fact, that never happened. I never forget that I was never separated from the spirit world. That never happened, not even for an instant. But there were moments in my life where I decided to choose different path. We could also say a more dark path, but I think it was more of a dark night of the soul where I was a little bit lost. And if you ask my friends, and I wish you could have hear me say things, but I know that I'm protected. I know that I have an angel that is guiding me where I need to be. And eventually this channel was born out of synchronicities and coincidences that happen in my life that lead me to this path. And so I'd always remembered what I channeled when I was a kid, and my angel always guided me where I needed to be. And this is what angels do. They will guide you and give you signs, synchronicities, numbers, people, events that will come into your life that will lead you exactly where you need to be, each and every one of you. And let's read the message once more of Ray, where it says, for every soul, there is a loving hand, a teacher beyond everything that supports and sustains this human experience. And so if this is valid for me, obviously this is valid for each and every one of us. And I also believe that some angels or some watchers, if you want to call it light beings and watchers, you don't have to use the terminology angels necessarily, are here to sustain and support the planet, to hear and sustain also animals and other creatures in this earthly experience. Okay? Then, angels are souls that have progressed beyond the human experience. They are teachers. They are the teachers of our soul clusters. How can you meet your angels? Some of you might have some psychic experience through your dreams and guidance, not only of angels, but also of your spirit guides, and that is very possible and very likely. Some of you might remember them from childhood. That's very likely too. If you don't have this type of experience, or you're wondering, but how do I know the name of my spirit guides or my angels? How do I connect with them? Well, let's read again the message that Ray gave us, which was, we invite all of you to connect not with us, but to all that is you. And I think this is the real answer. Not because you cannot know the name of your spirit guides. There are many videos that I think they're legit and very valid on YouTube where they explain to you how to meditate and meet your spirit guides or your angels. And I did one video too that is entitled Angel Guides Your Message, pick a card. And in that introduction of that video, I explain how to connect with them. But I think on a deeper level, instead of seeking supernormal, paranormal experience, what Ray was trying to conceive with that message is to connect to the nature of who you really are. To connect with you, with your higher self, because embodying that vibration and becoming the vibration of who you really are will automatically present you with signs, synchronicities, and connection to your angel realms, because it's going to be like a door open to your inner guiding system. And what are angels if not a guidance and a support in our human experience? So again, I think that message was very deep and very profound, and I totally agree with that. But if you want more insight about how to communicate with them, again, go on to see my other videos and you're gonna find some useful information about it. And also check my book, Love Just Is, because that particular book is a channeled book from my angel guide Ray, and I explain there on how to enter the healing chamber, as I like to call it, and to communicate with your spirit guides and angel. Then, to conclude this video, because you guys asked me a lot about this, let's talk about what the Bible is saying regarding fallen angels and dark negative angels or entities. Because as we know, and as many of you wondered, is hell a choice? What is hell? Demons? How is that fit into the spiritual perspective? Well, many of spiritual people don't even want to talk about it, but I think there is a good way to talk about this topic, and I can do a whole different video. But in a nutshell, I can tell you guys, I don't believe there is a place like hell, like a physical place where soul get lost and there is something like an evil demon attached to and reigning and governing this this chaotic environment called hell. Although Ray told me that angels, so light being, pure entities, pure aeons, have choice, as much as we do have choice. And some of them decided deliberately to choose separation, to choose a complete different path. And that's why the Bible, in my perspective, which doesn't mean it's correct, I'm just saying this is my perspective. The Bible talks about negative entities and dark angels, fallen angels. And in a spiritual perspective, many talks about souls and negative entities are attached to the astral realm, which is the 3D reality, 3D dense reality. But not only the 3D reality, it's the astral realm. It's the separation with our Creator. And again, Ray didn't point out this fact too much to me. It was just telling me things like it's a choice. It's a choice as much the human experience is, and as much is to choose the light and to choose not separation with our light beings, with our angels, and with ourselves, with our higher self. So I want to leave it to that. I believe that focusing too much on negative entities is a fear-based reality, and that's why many spiritual people don't even want to talk about it. And I see it's very understandable. It's because they don't want to give power to that fear-based reality. And I don't think you should give power to that either. But I think you should be aware that in my perspective, the world and souls have choice. So where do you want to stand? I think that's really it. I choose to stand where my higher self is, where my soul is, and to receive the guidance of my spirit guides and of my angel. I hope this video was clear for you guys and you appreciated my channeled message. Keep in mind, you're never wrong if you follow love. Bless everyone.